Oh, the biggest priorities for the county are being laid out right now in the State of the County address. This is a live look from the San Diego Natural History Museum in Balboa Park, where that speech just began. ABC 10 News anchor Kimberly Hunt is the MC. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Ben Higgins. This is Board of Supervisors Acting Chair Tara Lawson-Remer's first State of the County address. She'll outline what she says is a bold local battle plan in response to federal funding cuts. The speech is also expected to touch on issues ranging from immigration to cost of living and homelessness. One of the biggest issues Lawson-Remer plans to address tonight is water quality. It's something ABC 10 News anchor Kimberly Hunt has covered extensively over the years. Tonight, she takes an in-depth look at how water quality is impacting the people who are sworn to protect not just our county, but our country.
The international border is the front lines of law enforcement, but San Diego's land and sea is under siege from the international waterway that brings a toxic soup of contamination into the U.S. The Tijuana River has long brought sewage and chemical pollution into San Diego, affecting not only residents, but first responders who work and train here.
We have Customs and Border Patrol, we have Coast Guard, we have Marines, we have EOD, all these elements of various law enforcement and military services.
Better start picking up your spirits and getting it cranked up, gentlemen. You're going into Hell Week.
Back in 1989, I got the rare opportunity to embed in what's considered the most challenging training in the U.S. military, Hell Week, with the Navy SEALs.
At BUD/S, Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL Training, the days are long and rigorous. Sailors tap every ounce of stamina, then go beyond that in hopes of making the teams.
There's a saying here at BUD/S, the only easy day was yesterday. Typically, the physical and psychological training goes on 16 hours a day.
In the dead of night, with no sleep for days, the SEAL candidates were taken by boat miles out to sea. I watched each candidate jump overboard and swim back toward Coronado. It wasn't clear to us then how the ocean currents brought the South Bay's infective water up the coast.
Because these are the folks who are putting their lives on the line, not just during wartime. Every day.
Retired Navy Captain Daniel Stewart served on the SEAL teams in a military career that spanned 17 years. And like all SEALs, spent hundreds of hours in basic underwater demolition training, long-distance swimming, and stealth tactical swimming, training for which he paid a price.
During my time, it was largely the intestinal things like that and infections.
A recent report from the Inspector General says between January 2019 and May 2023, the Naval Special Warfare Center diagnosed more than 1,100 cases of acute gastrointestinal illness among Navy SEAL and Special Combat candidates in Coronado. Things such as nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Over the 1,100 cases, nearly 40% were diagnosed within 7 days of exposure to ocean water that exceeded state limits for fecal bacteria. This year, hundreds of Marines and National Guard members arrived to San Diego's southern border to assist the Department of Homeland Security with immigration enforcement. Some setting up camp at the Imperial Beach Border Patrol Station.
We, as Border Patrol, we know that this water is polluted.
The toxic fumes are part of the job for agents securing the border. In a story about the health issues affecting Border Patrol agents, I was taken to a restricted area along the Tijuana River Canal just feet from the border wall, where trash, raw sewage, and dangerous chemicals are caked into the mud. I first reported on Border Patrol health issues in 2017, showing the dissolved boots of border agents. And I was back this past December, where we showed you the same filth and foul smell. It may be hard to see the difference, but we could smell it.
Just breathing in the air that kicks up off the soil and from the water, it can really cause a headache. So just the exposure to it, we try to limit it as much as possible. We never instruct our agents to go into this water, into the soil, unless it's a life-saving effort.